Hi everybody, today in this video is the first of my videos that I'll be doing for mental health for the winter months. I'll still be doing my other videos for mental health, different things and exercise like Qigong and Tai Chi, but this one I'm doing is specifically for the winter months. I'm going to be doing each month so the first this one I'm going to be doing bringing awareness around it, bringing a bit of light to it, how it affects some people with their well-being and their mental health. Now we've had a tough year so far with the lockdown and things are still going on. We've got new restrictions, and on top of that we're in autumn and coming into winter. Now some people, or I wouldn't say a lot of people, but some people, the winter months are tough times for them and their well-being. Now, if you're suffering with a mental illness, that can affect somebody all year round, throughout the year, but sometimes it may be a bit more tougher for them during the winter, and like with other people affecting their well-being as well. Now the reason why I want to do the awareness around it is because maybe we talk about mental health awareness but probably not realise as well how much it affects people's mental health and their well-being during the winter months. So like I said, it's like shedding a bit of light around it. I mean, the reasons why do the winter months affect people's mental health, their well-being? Now, one of the reasons is isolation, feeling isolated, tending not to go out so much. It's colder, it's less sunlight, the weather's not so good, so it affects how it makes you feel within yourself, like low mood, lacking in energy as well, and other things on top, like I said, feeling isolated. So that in itself can have a big impact on someone's mental health as well. Some people may not realise it, so I want to bring some awareness around it, how people get affected during these winter months. Just like I said, the isolation in itself. We all know feeling isolated with the lockdown, how it affected people. That's how it can affect people during the winter months, because you tend to probably not want to go out so much. It's darker early. Like before we know it, it'd be dark at 4:30, and you feel shut. It's a feeling of feeling shut away from the outside world. That has an impact on people's mental health. A lot of people that are suffering already with their mental health can be quite tough for them at times as well during those winter months. They're all, if you're already suffering with an illness, that in itself, the feeling of low self-esteem within yourself, low mood, low energy, is a lot of depression side to things with the winter months, like feeling a bit more depressed around it. And like I said, it has a lot of impact on people's mental health, people's well-being as well. So it's like bringing awareness to that and realising there are, with mental health in itself and people suffering with their well-being, there is a lot to it. There's a lot to it. And you wouldn't think it, like winter months affecting someone's well-being, someone's mental health, but you'd be surprised it can have a big impact on somebody's mental health without even like I said, suffering with an illness, they have to, going through them tough times throughout the year, and all the anxiety of like getting closer to the winter months and knowing how it makes them feel low within their self, having to cope with that. So we should be bringing awareness around it, shedding a bit of light that winter times is tough for those that are suffering with their mental health and for people's well-beings as well. You get like old people, during the winter months, it can have an effect on their well-being, not getting out so much, feeling isolated from people. That in itself has a big impact on it all. So that was the reason why I wanted to start off with the first video for the winter months, is just shedding a bit of light to what is going on with people's mental health and that, the tough times that they have to experience. And one of them is during those winter months. The days are shorter. People tend to not want to go out so much, so that in itself puts a bit of an impact on your well-being. So like I said, I'll be doing other videos each month throughout the winter, and some coping strategies to help with getting through those winter months. One of them will be like doing your best, getting out and about, even though it's maybe cold out there. Movement in itself is good for our well-being. Getting out, even if it's just once a day, is good for our well-being, because a lot of the times winter times, you tend to spend more time, or some people spend more time indoors, and sometimes it has a bit of an impact on your well-being as well. So like I said, I'll be doing like other videos on it as well each month, because mental health problems, our mental health is very important, and we do, there is a bit of light around mental health that we talk, but you don't often hear the impacts of mental health, how it affects people's mental health and well-being during those winter months, those tough times. Like I said, we've had a tough year so far. So I thought, especially because of that, more people suffering with their well-being, their mental health, because of that lockdown, and it's just carrying on throughout the year, and then coming up to winter time when those tough times that people experience. So it's not been a good year so far, but hopefully with all this COVID-19, things will eventually get better with it all. And it's just something that we've got to try and deal with, all of us, with, like I said, the new restrictions that are going on. That at least one thing at the moment, it's not an actual proper lockdown, which is a good thing. But they're doing this to try and prevent a proper lockdown. But like I said, a lot of people out there are getting anxious around it, and probably feeling anxious because if they're suffering, during the winter months, feeling a bit anxious, knowing winter is just around the corner. So it's just bringing a bit of light, bringing a bit of awareness around mental health, and during those winter months, and like trying to be, how can I explain it, like shedding a bit of compassion around it, and just being there for somebody that may be suffering with their mental health or well-being because of those winter months, trying to cope with it. Just showing a bit of compassion, a bit of awareness around it with it all. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I should be doing another one next month for winter months, for the mental health, probably some coping. I might do some coping strategies next month for it to like help with getting through those winter blues, as they call it. But for some people it's a bit more than just winter blues, and that's what we've got to realise about those tough times people experience. And like I said, just bringing that awareness to mental health, and for those tough times that those people out there that do experience mental health. There's no shame in mental health. It's good to talk about how you're feeling. So anybody out there that is feeling a bit anxious, and because they may suffer a bit more with their mental health during the winter months, it's always good to talk about it and have that bit of support around you to help you through it as well. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share this video, because our mental health is very important, and especially for those tough times like those winter months that people may be experiencing. So just be as positive as you can and give us a like.